Hi guys, I'm going to be showing you a few different things today. The most important thing, how to contour your face. So first you're going to want to use a foundation brush and use it along the most important areas of your face, your eyes, cheeks, nose, forehead, and definitely blend into your neck. That is super important. You want everything to be nice and smooth. Next, you're going to use a slightly darker face powder or eyeshadow, which is actually what I'm using. And you're going to use that along the hollows of your cheekbones. You're going to start along, see how if you pretend like you're taking in a breath, like a deep breath, you're going to see the hollows of your cheekbones and you're just going to follow that. And don't be afraid, it may seem really dark at first, but remember you're just going to blend that all in. Along your jawline, this is going to help really strengthen your jawline and help it look really nice and slightly smaller. You can do the temples as well. It just kind of gives you a general, thinning of the face, which is great. And remember, blend, blend, blend. See, I feel like it was a little lighter in some spots, so I went ahead and did that. And the sillier you look, the better it'll probably be. Next, you're going to take a flat angle brush, like I'm doing. You're going to fill those in. I like to fill mine in really nice and fluffy. And just kind of follow the natural shape of your eyebrows. For hair removal, I actually have my eyebrows threaded, which is wonderful. I love it. I feel like the shape is just more natural and it's just a lot prettier. Next, I'm going to kind of line them in because mine are kind of short. And it just gives it a crisper, cleaner edge. Just remember to follow the shape of your eyebrows. I like them a little longer too. I feel like they look prettier. And the great thing about doing your eyebrows is don't be afraid to go a little nuts. If you smudge or if you mess up, you can always redo them. See? Nice and full. So next, you're actually going to be taking a concealer and just use kind of like a slightly flat brush. The most important thing is you want to make sure it can get coated without the hairs kind of sticking together. You're going to go right underneath your eyebrows. This is to highlight your brow bone. And I feel like it gives a really clean, crisp finish to underneath your eyebrows, making them look really nice and arched, which is what I like personally. I feel like it just looks the prettiest. Okay, so you should have something like that on both sides. Next, blend that in really well with your fingertips. Just be mindful of the eyebrows we drew in earlier. Don't want to smudge that. And see already the cleaner, crisper shape it gave? I'm going to do both on the same sides. Next, you're going to take the same brush you used to fill in your brows, and you're going to kind of draw along the bridge of your nose, drawing all the way down to the tip. This is to help thin out your nose and just kind of make it seem a little bit smaller and just a lot more chiseled, well-defined. You're also going to do like a smaller, almost like a heart kind of shape towards the bottom, where it naturally pulls in. And the same brush that you use to contour your cheekbones, you're going to use to soften those hard edges along the bridge of your nose. And remember, blend, blend, blend. And blend also around the tip of your nose because that will help it look really nice and smooth. And if you feel like you just kind of want to make sure everything's blending really well the way you want it to without any kind of like color interference, just grab a really big kabuki brush and you're going to go nuts. Next, you get to draw on your face. You're going to take the same concealer that you used earlier to highlight on your brow bone, and you're going to draw a line across the bridge of your nose over that cupid's bow on your lip and across your chin. And next, blend, blend, blend. Again, anything you do, just be super mindful of what you did earlier. So you should have something like this when you're finished. You see how the light naturally catches along the bridge of my nose? That's exactly what you want. You see how it just kind of pulls in? Next, you're going to use a slightly off-white or white powder and just kind of dab it into your tear ducts. Just great. This is going to really like define and help make your eyes pop. Also, remember you're going to do this underneath your brow bone as well, and that's going to go right over the concealer you put on earlier. Remember, everything you do on one side, you do with the other. Next, you're going to take a white eyebrow pencil, and you're just going to kind of pencil underneath that line right underneath your eyebrows. This is a trick I actually learned by mistake. It's actually something that just is, I felt like the white eyeshadow would always run out or fade away really fast. So I was looking for something to highlight and contour underneath my eyebrows without it going away so fast. And this actually worked out beautifully. Next, you're just going to kind of blend that in so it's not quite such a harsh line. And I like to leave a little bit of it still showing, a little bit of it harsh, but you know, you want it to generally blend really well. And you should have something like that once you're done. Next, you're going to take a really wide, fluffier blending brush. Use that to apply eyeshadow in your crease. And blend, you're going to use backward C motion or your fingers, like I often do. And remember to blend, blend, blend. Next, you're going to take a liquid liner, which is what I have here. Waterproof is wonderful and is your best friend. And you're going to draw along your lash line. I like to draw a little bit farther inward. I have really round, wide, big eyes, and I like that more almond shape, which I have to fake. So don't be afraid to draw your liner line in a little bit longer than where your tear duct starts, where the corners of your eyes start. I like a nice sexy cat eye too. And this does take a little bit of time, so don't worry if you have to redo it or take it off a little bit, or if your line is too thick, just go back in and just kind of retouch it. Wonderful. And you're going to do the same on the opposite side. And you see how I'm drawing them in slightly longer than my, see how I'm drawing the corners in slightly longer than where my corners of my eye would start? That's to elongate my eyes, so they don't look quite so wide. Next, you're going to use your lashes. So you're going to take your eyelash glue. I'm using number 33 by Ardell, which is my favorite lash ever. And the glue I'm using is the Duo Waterproof Dark Tone Glue, which is great. It blends really, really well. And you don't have to worry about it if you start to cry at a function. It's for like a wedding or anything. And I feel like it's great in humidity too. My lashes don't pick up or start to peel off if it's really, really warm and hot. Just be mindful of getting any glue anywhere. Wait till that's dry. Perfect. Next, you're going to take your mascara to kind of blend everything through. And I like to start at the base of my lash line and work my way up. I do like to blink while I am applying my mascara. It helps so you don't get mascara running into your eyelids or into the crease of your eyes. Next, you're going to take that same concealer you used from earlier and apply it right underneath your eyes. And I like to do it along my cheekbones as well. I feel like that helps, again, to pick up that natural light that you want to see across your face. And I like to do it more in like a upside down triangle. You're going to blend that in really well as well, blending outward into your hairline. And you're going to want to dab that right in, making sure it goes over really, really well. And you see how it just kind of is starting to blend into what we did earlier over our cheekbones, that harsher contour. The great thing about it is that it all eventually blends beautifully. I like to save this for last, my concealer, because I feel like once my makeup is all done and I have my concealer as the last piece, it ends up just really bringing everything together. So you should be this far along. You're going to take that same shade you used to contour both your cheekbones and your eyebrows. And this is to make your lips look fuller. I like to put a little bit under my lip. Makes my lip look nice and juicy. You're also going to put it right in the Cupid's bow too, just to kind of, again, it's like a nice natural way to plump up your lips. Make them look luscious. Now you're going to use a lip liner. Just a little bit, just to kind of give you a little bit more oomph. Next, you're going to take your blush. This is a great blush from TG. And you're going to do the same thing as you did earlier to contour over your cheekbones. Same thing. From your hairline outward. Next, you're going to top everything off with lip gloss. Kissable lips. This is the last step. You're going to be using a finishing spray. I like the Jane Iredale Palm Mist. And you're going to spray that just to help set your makeup. Hairspray works great too. So there you have it. Highlighted, contoured, accentuated, and luscious. Exclusively at GarciaBrand.com. Greatness reveals success, yielding with honor.